So what about this? You have access. You have access. You have access. You have access to the. You have. So they're not coming.
No. They're going to come in and ask if we're not back in half an hour.
They're going to get. Okay, go to the third floor.
Top one.
And.
Sheriff, are you recording?
Yep. So we got Strader here. His name is Steve. I like to get on the first name basis.
Yes. Yes, it's a human.
Steve and Mike. Mike. Okay. Hi there. We're here to see Steve. He said just to come up and he'd meet us here. Steve Strader?
Yep.
Yeah, please. Yep. Thanks. Steve, hi there.
Yes, sir.
Good. You're familiar with this brave new world of biometrics, I hear.
Oh.
Or just getting familiar with it?
Well, we're thinking about it, yeah.
Uh-huh. It might not make the world as brave as we think when we end up at the end of the road.
Been involved in this project since the beginning to come in and join us.
That'd be great. If you got any information to update us, that'd be great too.
Okay.
I understand. I understand the last meeting there was some discussions about the downtown cameras at the last police board meeting.
Well, who do you represent? Yourself or an
That's
organization?
absolutely right, sir. Just myself. I don't represent anything else beyond that.
So, I'm just wondering how, you had a little project here a few years back where we, I guess, limited them to a few buildings.
Well, yeah, they're not limited to a few buildings right now. Just almost every business that you go into, they're being recorded now as you're on
On the CTV system?
Yeah.
Okay, so every business, I guess, I thought at the time they talked in terms of just doing City Hall and having the...
Well, I'm talking about in the private sector. You know, just every bank you go into, every variety store you go into, every second-hand store you go into.
Okay, so those cameras there are tied to what databases, do you know?
I have no idea. You'd have to speak to the owners of the
They're
business.
privately run.
To do with us.
Okay, so where would your cameras be tied to?
Well,
Where are the ones that are presently in place tied to?
how do you mean, what are they tied to?
Well, where's the central computer that records information, etc.?
Well, I think that depends on the location. I think the public ones, state cameras that are at City Hall, I think is where that information is recorded.
Is stored.
And it's not monitored. It's there to be recovered in the event that it's required during the course of an investigation.
Right, so it's just recorded, okay. Yeah. Now, are you familiar with basically how the system functions? Or what the function of the system is in the final analysis?
Well, there are a number of options, but certainly we are, yeah.
Okay, so this system basically operates off biometrics? Or do you know?
No.
So it's not operating off the biometrics as yet?
It's simply a surveillance camera that records the activity at a given location.
But you operate with the biometric system in-house here? With the...
You're talking about the ability to identify...
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
No, we don't. No.
But I mean, when you verify the identification of people, you go to your database and pull it down from, what, Kingston or wherever? Is that not true?
Well, we roll fingerprints and for criminals.
So what about this? You have access to the database of the driver license health card enrollment, like all these systems that were enrolled into started in '95, I believe. And
any access to health card information?
So you're telling me that you can't pull up a photo from a database of individuals. I'm not talking about this system that's being proposed in Peterborough. I'm talking about the system police have, basically throughout North America to identify people. You can verify that against a database where you can pull off a picture. Is that not true?
No, I really don't know what you're talking about. We have an internal database, and if we arrest somebody for a criminal offense,
Okay.
we take fingerprints and we take photographs, and
Correct.
we have a record of those files.
Okay, so when a cruiser pulls over, say, a person along the road,
Right.
and they get the information of the person, you're telling me they can't pull that photo up in the cruiser?
Which photo are you talking about?
I'm talking about the photo that they gave when they enrolled for their driver's license.
No, we have no ability to
I
do
have
that.
it confirmed actually from OPP.
Well, I'm talking about what we
Peterborough?
have the ability to do, and we don't.
So Peterborough doesn't have access to that system.
No.
You might have to be a little more cooperative and amalgamate before you can have that access, or what?
I don't exactly know where you're going with this.
Driving. You see, I do.
I'm gonna go check
I know what
your
you're
name
saying.
and your photograph.
Check it all out. That's awesome. You're telling me you're informing me right now. You're going to see the photograph. You can see it on the computer now. Thank you for confirming that.